let's begin. Sitting up nice and tall on your sits bones. Feeling equal weight placed upon the bony landmarks. Pulling on the back of your knees to draw your spine long. A soft tuck of your chin to feel the length of the back of your neck. Feeling energy drawing up to the ceiling or the sky. From here, we'll inhale, breathing into our spine, filling the back of the rib cage. And on that exhale, we're going to tuck our tail under, drawing the pubic bone under, bringing your chest slightly forward, rounding your lower back. Inhale, pull back up, restack. And exhale, C-curve. And rebuild. And exhale. And inhale. This time I'll release my arms. I exhale. On the inhale, I lengthen arms overhead if it's available to your body. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And lengthen. And on that next exhale, pause and hold. Roll down a little. Arms up and out. And exhale. Rounding, pulling the waist back to roll forward. And up. And round. And go back. Open. In. And forward. And up. Again. Exhale. Roll back. Just take the arms out. And in. And round forward. Lifting up to the sky. This time open your arms out to a T. Palms facing up and gaze up. Giving yourself an opportunity for a little thoracic extension. And hollow. And pull back. Opening the arms out. And in. And rounding forward on that exhale. And lengthen. Take the arms out. Palms facing up. Opening up the chest. And exhale. Pull down. Take the arms out. And in like a wave. And exhale, pulling the waist back. And up. And open and gazing up. And one more time. We exhale, drawing back. Pause. Inhale. Exhale, rounding forward. Lengthening upward. Opening out and gazing up. This time we hollow. You're welcome to hold on behind the knees for support. I'm going to have my arms reaching forward. I tuck my tail. I draw down vertebrae by vertebrae. And all the way down upon my mat. I'm going to adjust my body, bringing my heels towards my bottom. And almost try to reach out and touch my legs. Fingertips are reaching towards your toes. Shoulders are down. Chest is open. Triceps are heavy, pressing down into the mat as we prepare for our pelvic curl. We inhale. We exhale. We tip the pubic bone up as I press my rib cage down. And from that tuck, I peel my body up. I'm reaching out through my knees, feeling the opening of the hips, making sure that my rib cage is down, and I have no arching in my mid-back. I inhale, Exhale, draw the rib cage down first, then the middle back, then the lower back, and my bottom is the last to uncurl. Inhale, exhale, scoop ribs cage down, tip up, roll on up, reaching out through the knees, ribs stay melted down. Inhale, exhale, articulate back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And again, inhale, exhale, up. And reaching out, opening up, stretching out those hips. Exhale to articulate down, vertebrae by vertebrae. 2 more here. Inhale, exhale, up and lift. Reach out. Inhale, exhale, articulate down. Last one here. Inhale, exhale, up. Finding new control, new intent, new breath on each repetition. Exhale, articulate down. Lowering down with control, bringing the ankles together, the knees together. Opening the arms up into a T, energy out through my fingertips. Tip those knees over towards me. Inhale, keeping the rib cage pulling in. Belly button drawing in. Move the legs as one leg. Exhale, draw that opposite rib down into the mat. Inhale, over. Exhale, pulling that rib down. And keep working. Almost imagine wringing out through the ribs, through that mid-back, feeling almost a sense of rounding from side to side. Option to keep your legs there, or we bring them up into tabletop and continue the movement. Inhale, over. Exhale, pulling my ribs down into the earth. Inhale, over. Exhale, making sure that my knees do not shift. They are staying united, squeezing together, moving almost as if I had a mermaid tail from side to side and over. And exhale. One more each side and inhale, over. My shoulders are broad and both stay down on the mat. And one more, and over. And exhale, hold. Lower the left leg, the right leg stays into tabletop. Bringing those arms down by your side, we lower that right leg. We exhale, we draw up. Making sure that my pelvis is neutral. I can feel the back of my ribs down on the mat. My tail is reaching long. I lower down and up, and my whole goal here is just to keep the work out of this quad, to keep the abdominals engaged, and lift. 2 more on this side. I inhale down. My leg actually feels quite relaxed. I almost like to envision a balloon. Lifting my leg up with ease, and lower, and lift. And down. Lower that leg down, lift that left leg up into tabletop. Ribs are down, pelvis is neutral. I inhale to lower, exhale to rise. Inhale, how relaxed can you get that thigh? And up, nice and easy. Focus on the fluidity of the movement. That the more we can stabilize through our center, that the hips need to do less work. And up, 2 more here. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. Hold it there as we prepare for leg changes. Race through your center and ice. Inhale, exhale, switch. Making sure that my back stays safe here. My shoulders are relaxed. My abdominals continue to support my back here. And switch. And exhale. Take the time to brace through your center before the changing of the legs. And switch. And 2. Last one on each side. Switch. And lowering both legs. Bring those hands behind the head. Interlock the fingertips. Elbows are in your peripheral vision. Your chin is tucked. Your ribs are down. Your pelvis is still neutral, right? We inhale here as we prepare for chest lift. Exhale, head, neck, and chest rolls up, and we look right out at our knees. Chin is tucked, no tension in my head. I'm pressing my ribs down here. Inhale. Exhale, think about lengthening to go back as much as control down as it was to come up. Inhale. Exhale, up and over like a wave, lifting up and over, about to crash onto the shore. Inhale. Exhale, all of that length to go down. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. Inhale. Exhale to go down. Inhale, exhale, up and over. Inhale, exhale, lower. On the next one, inhale, exhale, hold. Hands reach out, lift up a little higher. Give me a little bit more crease right there at that point of flexion. Hands behind the head. Exhale to peel down. Inhale, exhale up, reach out, lift up a little higher, hands behind the head, exhale to peel down. We're going to add rotation. Here we go. Inhale, exhale up and over. Keep supporting your head with your left hand. Right hand reaches out and over to that left knee. I hold that flexion into center. I'm keeping lifted up nice and high. I go over to the other side. And center. And exhale. And my ribs are down on the mat. And center. And over. And center. And over. And center. And over. And center. 4 more. We can do this. Over. And center. Try to smile through it. That helps. And over. And center. And over. And center. Last one. Over. Come center. Reach out. Grab behind the knees. Lift up a little higher. Inhale. Bring those hands behind the head. Exhale. Peel on. From here, bring your right knee in. Keep the left knee bent or option to lengthen it out on the ground as I am. From here, holding on behind the knee, I lift the leg up towards the ceiling and bend. And lengthen, and this time flex that foot. Point, bend the knee. And I'm still focusing here on keeping that nice long neutral pelvis, both hip bones as symmetrical as I can get them. So I'm having to pull that right hip down pretty significantly. Last stretch here. I lift up. I flex the foot, and now I'm going to hold that. I'm going to open up my arms into a T for leg circles. Circles are going to go across towards the other leg. I inhale for a circle. I exhale for a circle. And my goal here is to not move my hips. So I want that leg to move freely in the hip socket without compromising my pelvic stability. My rib cage is planted down on the earth. And if my hips start to wobble from side to side, or I feel the sensation of them leaving the mat, then I'm going to make my circles a little smaller here. Okay, even the size of a dinner plate is okay. One more in this direction. Hold it here, take it out. I inhale for a circle. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more. Inhale. Aren't you glad we stretched first? Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Hold it there. Point the foot. Left hand grabs hold of that right knee and just give me a nice spine stretch, bringing it across the body. Reach out, gaze out at that right hand. Bring that leg back in. Bring it down. Either keep it bent or lengthen it out on the mat. We slide that left leg into tabletop. Hands come around, gripping onto the back of the knee or the thigh from here. Make sure the hips are symmetrical. Drop that left hip down. I lengthen that leg and I bend it. Lengthen and bend. This time I'm going to add the flex. I lengthen, I flex my foot, stretching out those hamstrings. Oh, feels good. Point the toe, bend the knee. Again, I lengthen, I flex. I point, I bend. This time I lengthen, I flex, I hold that flexion, I open out my arms into a T for leg circles. I inhale for a circle, exhale for a circle. Inhale, ribs are down, hips are heavy. Inhale, and exhale. In, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Hold it there. Reverse it. Circles away, out, and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Point the foot. Bend the knee. Right hand grabs hold of that left knee. Bring it across the body. Gaze out at that hand. Breathe. From here, that leg comes back. Opposite leg is going to join it. To modify the next exercise, you can keep your feet grounded on the earth and just proceed with the arm movements. We're going to go into a double leg stretch. So from here, the right knee comes into tabletop, left leg into tabletop. Bring the arms just above shoulder height and roll up. Press your hands on top of the knees, which will help you give you a little bit more lift, a little bit more flexion. Use a little upper body strength here to get into this position. From here, legs and arms are going to move out simultaneously, but we are going to keep the head where it is, keep the flexion where it is. Here we go. We inhale out, exhale, draw back in with control. Inhale away, exhale in. Inhale. Exhale, press into the knees, give it more height. Inhale away. Exhale, draw in. My pelvis is neutral. I'm holding that flexion. Lift up and in. And away and in. 2 more here. Inhale, tuck that chin, protect your neck. Gaze is right at the thighs. Away and in. Hold it here. Left leg extends. We press down on the right knee. Prepare to switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And exhale. And 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there, hands behind the head, rotate away and over, and switch, keeping the ribs down on the mat, and over, trying to keep that same amount of flexion throughout, and over, and exhale, and up and over, and lift through center to go over to the side, and lift and over, and lift and over, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bend both knees, press into the knees, reach the legs away, roll up. Prepare for roll like a ball. Press your hands into your shins, tuck that chin, gaze down at the knees, keep the shoulders down, keep that beautiful C curve of the spine. We inhale to go back, we exhale, and we balance. Inhale back, exhale to hold. Inhale back, exhale. Trying not to go back onto the neck. Inhale, exhale to balance and hold. Inhale back, exhale, hold. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and hold. Lower the legs. I'm going to just adjust my body position on the mat. Legs open to the width of the mat, making sure that my spine is nice and long. So if your hamstrings are tight, your hip flexors are tight, your lower back is tight, you might want to prop up a towel to sit on under your bottom, or a yoga block would be just fine, or a book, okay? From here, arms are going to be reaching long, shoulder blades are going to draw down your spine for our spine stretch. We inhale here, exhale, tuck your chin. We pull the waist back and we reach forward, keeping our shoulders down our spine. Inhale, exhale, draw the pelvis back into position, drawing those abs in deeply. I roll through my middle back, my upper back, and I stack up nice and tall. Inhale here, exhale, head, neck, chest. We're rolling through our spine, making sure to not go into our neck here. Inhale, exhale, the pelvis stacks up, and we roll all the way back up. Long spine, long neck. Inhale, exhale, head, neck, and chest. Draw the waist back. Inhale, exhale to articulate back up. I'm going to add some extension to the next few. If your back is too tight for this, I recommend bringing the soles of your feet together. I exhale, head, neck, and chest peels down. I lengthen up on a high diagonal. I exhale to round my spine. Make sure your shoulders are still down. I exhale, I articulate up vertebrae by vertebrae and rebuild my spine. Inhale, exhale, head, neck, and chest rolls down, pulling the waist back. I lengthen. I exhale. I articulate back up. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, diving down. Lengthen and lower and articulate back up. Inhale, I like to envision building my spine up against a wall, starting at its base all the way up to the crown of the head. I lengthen and round forward, again stacking my pelvis back up into its upright position. Then I unpeel the rest of my lower back, my middle back, my upper back. From here, the feet come together. Feet will flex, arms will open out into a T. Find all of that beautiful length of your spine. Spine twist. We go over, over, stack up nice and tall. Come center. And center. 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 Energy through the fingertip. Fingertip to fingertip is one line. I'm keeping my hips straight ahead, and I'm rotating around my thoracic spine. And center. And center, two more. And center. And center. Lowering the arms down. Bring the soles of the feet together and go forward for a stretch. We're going to get into some sideline work here. I'm going to place my elbow right under my shoulder. I'm going to lengthen out my legs, not necessarily in a straight line, just to protect your back. I'm going to bring your legs a little slightly forward of your pelvis. From here, no Cleopatras, so we're going to use that serratus. We're going to lift up on that shoulder, and then we're going to make sure that the belly is lifted as well. The ribs are drawn in. So you should already feel like you're working. We have this long line of energy diagonally reaching out. Hand can either be at the hip here, or we can bring it behind the head. I like that feedback of behind the head, so I'm going to tuck my chin slightly and think about pressing back into my hand to lengthen out my neck and upper back. From here, I'm going to make sure that that top leg is a bit longer than the bottom leg. I'm going to float that leg up to hip height, flex the foot. I flex forward, I point and reach back. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Trying to not have my chest move or rotate, trying to stay as solid through my upper body as I can, using my shoulder stabilizers, using my obliques, and back and forward and back and swing it forward, bring it, stretch it back, bring it forward, hold it back there. Bring this hand down, gazing down. That leg is still reaching behind. I'm going to lift and up and lift and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swing that leg forward. Good. From here, I'm going to bend my knees. Hand is going to be on my hip to start. I am still engaged here. I'm going to lift up into a side plank. I exhale up and I lower down with control. I lift up, keeping all of that length and engagement as I go up, but just as importantly as I come down. I lift up. And lower, I'm going to add a side bend. So I lift and I look up and over, shooting my hips up. I lift and I lower. I go up and over and up and down and lift and over and up and lower down. 2 more on this side. Lift and over and up and down and lift and over and up and down. Good. From here, swivel those legs onto the other side. Again, elbow is right under that shoulder. Legs are slightly in front. Reach that top leg a little longer than the bottom leg. Make sure you're balanced on both hips here. Ribs are in. We're lifting up through the shoulder, lifting up through the waist. Hand on your hip or behind the head. Lengthen out the back of the neck. Lift that top leg, flex the foot. Here we go. We bring it forward. We reach and point back. Bring it forward, reach and back. Bring it forward, reach and back. Bring it forward, reach and back. 3 more. Flex and point and flex and point and flex and point. Hold it. Bring that arm down, gaze down. From here, I will lift. Keeping that reach out of the hip and up and up and up. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Bring that leg forward, bend both knees. Still engaged, hand on your hip to start. We inhale to prepare, exhale, lift up, lower down with control, don't collapse. Keep lifting up through that underbelly. We lift up, and I lower down, lifting up, and down, and lift, and down, adding on. I lift, I go up and over, gazing down. I lift up and lower and lift and over and up and down and lift and over and up and down. 1 more. Lift and over and up and down. Good. From here, we're going to go on to hands and knees. Making sure that your palms are right underneath your shoulders. Making sure that your knees are right under your hips. And then very importantly, making sure that your head is in alignment with your spine. So frequently when we're in this position, we tend to have our head quite lowered. I want to make sure that we are having that chin tucked and we're quite long through our neck, just a continuation of our spine. So from here, just to prep in this position, we're going to just tuck your tail. Inhale, exhale, keep the upper body exactly where it is, tuck the tail under, and then go back into neutral. Exhale, round through, and center. And exhale. And center. Now keep the pelvis in neutral. Go just into thoracic extension. So on that inhale, I reach my chest ever so slightly forward, trying to keep my tail exactly where it is. And then I go to center. Inhale, reaching up and forward. And center. Inhale, reaching through. And center. Good. We're ready for front support. So from this position, keep the head where it is. Keep the abdominals lifting up. We step back with the right foot. We step back with the left foot. From here, the right knee drags in and back. Left. My spine is long and strong. My hips do not drop. My head does not sink. And back, and in, and back, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, pike up the hips. Soft bend in the elbows, and then just prance out your feet. Flexing and pointing, finding a little more length through the hamstrings. From here, balance out the feet and come back into front support, dropping the knees and sink back into a rest position. From here, come onto your belly. We'll start with just a subtle back extension, and then we'll move on to something a little more challenging. So, elbows are tucked in by your side, gaze is down, legs are long, I'm drawing my abdominals in, my pubic bone is pressing down into the mat. From here, I try to imagine drawing my elbows back towards my toes, feeling my shoulder blades draw down my spine, and feeling just ever so slight thoracic extension. And then I exhale to peel back down, articulating down. Inhale, elbows slide down, reaching the chest forward. And exhale to peel down. Inhale, reaching up, elbows sliding down, shoulder blades down. And lower. And again, reaching up. And lower. From here, I'm going to go into our double leg kick. Hands will come behind the back, stacking them, trying to draw energy into the elbows, drawing down onto the earth. Dropping one cheek to gaze towards me. Pubic bone is still pressing down into the earth. But now I'm going to lift my thighs off of the mat, and for the rest of the movement, we're going to keep them lifted. From here, 3 kicks, keeping the legs together in unison. 3, 2, 1, and then I lengthen arms and legs, reaching away in opposition, shoulder blades drawing down. And 3, 2, 1, and lengthen. And switch. 3, 2, 1, and reach. And 3, 2, 1, and lengthen. And 3, 2, 1, and reach. And 3, 2, 1, and reach. 2 more. 3, 2, 1, and lengthen. And 3, 2, 1, and lengthen. Holding those legs lifted, reach the arms around, prepare for swimming. Head is just up out of the water. Left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. Here we go. We inhale, we exhale. Thumbs up towards the ceiling is my preference, but you're welcome to keep your palms down. And inhale. And exhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Last one. And inhale. And exhale. Hold. Bring the arms out to the side. Lower the legs. Thumbs up. I lift. And lower. And up, and lower. 2 more here. Lift, and down, and up, and down. Bend the arms, lower all the way down. Sink back into a resting position. We'll end with some teaser prep. So from here, kind of ending how we started in that position, I want you to find your tallest self. Breathing into your spine, finding all of that length. We're going to keep that left foot planted down on the ground. We're going to allow that right leg to float up, holding on to the back of the thigh, and we're going to lift that leg, pointing it. From here, the spine is long and the upper body is supporting this position. Now from here, seems like a leap of faith, but we've got this. We're gonna reach our arms forward. We're going to inhale to prepare, exhale to round back. Inhale, exhale, we round back up and lengthen out the spine. And C curve, round, roll down. Inhale, exhale to round up. Give me that beautiful length of the spine. And round. This is our last one on this side. Round down. Inhale, exhale, round back up. Show me that beautiful length. Here we go. Lengthen out. Good. Bend the knee. Here we go. Mentally prepare for the other side. We draw that left leg in. Find all of that length of your spine. Lengthen the leg as well. From here, reach the arms forward. We inhale, we exhale, we round down with control. Inhale, exhale to round back up and lengthen the spine. If that means lowering the leg, that's okay. Inhale, exhale, articulate down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Put all the pieces together, everything we've done today. Inhale, exhale to round up and lengthen. Last one, tuck the tail, articulate back down. Inhale, exhale to round up. And last time, give me all of that beautiful length of your spine. Bend the knee in. Bring the soles of your feet together and stretch. We will end as we began. Holding on to the back of the thighs, find your tallest self. Tuck that chin, gaze forward. From here, give me that beautiful C curve, that deep exhale, rounding the lower spine, chest reaches forward. Inhale, draw back up. One more here, exhale, round. And inhale. Release the arms. We exhale. We're gonna roll down just a little. Arms open out. We exhale forward. This time we lengthen out. Arms open out into the T, palms facing up, gazing up. And exhale. Rounding. Open up. Exhale. And rounding forward. And up. Open and gazing up. One more. Exhale. Round. Articulate down. Up and in. Exhale to come forward. And up. Open out, palms facing up. Open up, reaching up. This time I bring my hands overhead to meet, bringing my clasp hands together towards my heart center. Pausing to enjoy this beautiful spring day, to be in appreciation for the joy of movement, and feeling gratitude that I'll be able to be with all of you in this virtual format, but also that we will be together again on the other side of this. Thank you for your practice. I hope you enjoyed your workout today, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again in studio. Farewell.